Hello, TikTokers. Welcome back, and thanks for following along to our series where we dive into TikToker Taste of Chaos and the allegations that have came forward about her viral video being a hoax. We have a lot to unpack here, folks, so sit down, get your thinking caps on, and please let me know what your thoughts are on what you see today. Alright guys, so part 1, if you missed it, it is on my page. Feel free to go back and review that. But we did review the viral video where the alleged hoax story began. And you can see Cha0s in the bathroom with another female. And the caption insinuated that this female, who Cha0s also claimed to be her BFF, was actually messing around with her husband. However, her followers noticed an error in her editing, and they identified this woman as her relative. Now, we're not getting off to a good start here if we're looking into a hoax, and there are misleading details from the get-go. Some may see that as a red flag. However, Cha0s did admit that that was her relative, but she did continue the narrative of this story for weeks. So, let's fast forward. This past week, there has been some what seemed to be drama on Reddit between a group of loyal followers of Cha0s and a group of people who were questioning some of Cha0s's conflicting statements she's made on her live. Those statements are unrelated to our topic, so we're not going to touch on those today. So now what you're going to see next is a series of messages off of Reddit. I know this will not make sense to you, or how it relates to the topic of the viral video hoax, but stay to the end and you will see how this all ties into that group maybe possibly uncovering the truth. Also, I'm not going to read these messages word for word. If you're curious as to what they all say in detail, you can pause the video and review them individually. As you can see here, this is a DM to Ashley, one of the Redditors, from someone named Woodpecker. Woodpecker confirmed that they knew Cha0s and was going to her house. They offered up the information that if the Redditors wanted to upset Cha0s, go into her live and say the name Fatima, that it would really upset her. The Redditor found that a little odd, felt like they were getting set up. And so they kind of question it a little bit, like, why would we want to do that? It just seems silly. Regardless, the Redditor still did decide to go to her live, and I'm told it was strange. Cha0s was acting weird, telling her children in the background to stop saying this name, Abby, and one person commented in the background that it was a secret. And as you can see by the screenshot here, they did highlight, the Abby plan was spoiled, Fatima, and immediately after that, very shortly after, Cha0s ended her live abruptly. After the live, Woodpecker immediately began messaging Ashley again, saying Cha0s was freaking out because the word Fatima was said, and then went on to say a few things insinuating that Woodpecker was on the Redditor's side, and that they had a video to share with them to prove Cha0s was upset. The Redditor wasn't falling for Woodpecker and shut him down. Woodpecker then went on to say that they would expose the video themselves then. Ashley claimed she thought it was comical and just ended the conversation. A few moments later, the video surfaced on Reddit. It was posted to what claimed to be an exposed Cha0s Reddit page. I'm not going to play the whole video because it is a minute long, but I will post the full video in a separate TikTok if you want to hear it, because it has now been deleted from Reddit.
About because I've already done it, but Fatima, like, that shit is off limits. So now I'm pissed. Now I'm irritated.
So what are your thoughts so far? Are you buying the Woodpecker story? Or do you think Cha0s staged it all? Well, if you're thinking this is strange, well, it's about to get stranger. Because shortly after that video was posted, there were photos posted of Sarah and her children walking around a store, portraying that someone was following them. What shocked the Redditor is how Her followers didn't alert Cha0s of this. It was almost like they all knew what was happening. Now here's where the story ties back to the viral video possibly being a hoax. One of the other Redditors that was in the same group as Ashley was also messaging Woodpecker just to see if the story would change, as Woodpecker didn't know that the Redditors were all in a Discord together. Woodpecker proceeds to explain why they're out to get Cha0s. They mention wanting to get CPS involved for revenge because Cha0s had gotten her child taken away from her, and the Redditor shared the screenshot in the Discord and just may have had a few ex-supporters of Cha0s in there. One in particular noticed some details that seemed oddly familiar to the narrative of the BFF from the viral video. Was this Mina? Well, the Redditor asked Woodpecker, and they claimed no, that they were just friends. A little bit of back and forth went on, and the narrative of Mina continued to come out. Now, if you go back and you listen to Cha0s's 37-part TikTok series, this exact narrative matches Mina. That is Mina's story. Oddly enough, the story takes another turn, as Woodpecker is still continuing to message the Redditor. They're talking about how Michael and Sarah had met, and Woodpecker goes to say that they're Michael's cousin and that they previously told Ashley, but they did not tell Ashley, and hold that thought because there's a screenshot to prove that. And furthermore, they say that Michael's actually known Sarah a long time before they were even together, and Sarah previously had said on live and shared with her followers that they actually met on Tinder. So many red flags, so many things are not adding up. So we're including these screenshots here because during the time that the Fatima videos were going on, Ashley messaged Michael to ask if he was involved in this, and she sent them the screenshots from the conversation that she had had with Woodpecker. And when Michael read it, he kind of played it off like, who's Woodpecker? And Ashley's like, I underestimated your intelligence. It's far worse. And then all of a sudden, Michael says that it was his cousin that was trying to help him get out of there, and that he wasn't supposed to do this plan yet. What is real? What is fake? Nothing's adding up. So many things are taking twists and turns. And guys, the next few sets of screenshots that I'm about to show you is going to prove that these Redditors were on the right track. This looks to me to be a hoax. Here we are, all the moment you've been waiting for, the end. It's a big one. The end of that evening, one of the Redditors received a message from someone from Cha0s's live admitting that everything was a lie and bordering psychotic. They were done. They were in on it, but not as deep as everyone. She doesn't like to be bold-faced lied to. This is a big deal. My jaw's on the floor right now. Were the Redditors right? Did they expose that Cha0s's first viral video was a hoax? And all 37 parts that came after are a hoax as well? And then the last message just kind of goes on to insinuate that everything was a hoax. When the BFF story first came out, this person believed her, gave her the benefit of the doubt. And then we can only assume after all the events transpired that day with the staged videos, pictures, and conversations, that somehow this subscriber caught on that it was a hoax, that this also debunked her viral video of being actual content. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about this, how much of her content is real, how much may possibly be staged. I don't know. Why don't you guys let us know what you think about this? Any thoughts or opinions? I am going to post the full Fatima video here shortly, so keep an eye out for that too. Thanks, guys.